Welcome back everybody to Elite Dangerous, another episode of Space Truckers. My name is still Maxwell and we're going to be making a decently long haul trip today. It's going to be a total of 6 jumps for what looks like about 44 light years. We're going to be going from where we are here in the Celis Primus, and we're going to be heading to LFT-880. We're going to be taking out resonating separators. And then, depending on how much time we have left, based on the topic we're going to talk about, if there's enough time left, we will bring some gallium back here, which is another 3 jumps. So, without further ado, let's get in and buy our resonating separators in the market. Just double check our fuel. Yep, we are loaded up. We want to be in the technology section. There we go, and we want resonating separators. Sorry, I just got a bit confused there. So we'll load up on resonating separators. I'm pretty sure this is quite an expensive commodity. It is, yeah, 5,500 credits. Now that's not very... That's actually above the galactic average we're buying from here, but apparently LFT-880 is buying them for almost 6,500 credits, so we will purchase those, and we will go ahead and launch. And then once we're in space, we'll get on to today's topic. There was lots and lots and lots of comments about it, so I can hardly avoid talking about it, but it's what you guys want to hear, so it is what I'm going to talk about. Just making sure I've got my route opened up there. Landing gear retracted. Right, let us get going. It's been a little while. It feels like a little while since I've played Elite, actually. It's probably been about a week, so hopefully I'm not too rusty. There's a couple of other players in here, I've noticed. Ooh. Let's get ourselves out into the big black. Pull away from the station just a little bit, and then we'll set our first jump. And once we're on our way, we will get started on our topic. So we're heading to LP-98-132. Press the wrong button there. So LP-98-132. And where is that? That is this away. Hopefully I'm not going to hyper jump straight through the planet. We are no longer mass locked. So we're going to get going. So today's topic, everybody, pretty much everybody in the comments wanted to know what happened with the whole Quickie Baby Dream Team thing. So I'm going to do my best to explain, at least from my point of view, what happened. And I kind of see myself, although I am part of the Dream Team stream that happens every month, we appear to possibly have crashed, which is interesting. Bear with me. So we're back, and thankfully we haven't crashed this time. We're going to continue on our journey to LFT-880, and I'm going to continue my story about my view from the outside of the whole why Quickie Baby wasn't invited to the Dream Team. Let me just start off by saying that I do not wish to cast aspersions upon anybody's character in this. So what I'm going to present to you is the facts as I know them, and like I said, I kind of feel like I'm on the outside of this, so I don't really feel like I've got a vested interest in sort of coming out with one side of the story or the other. Sorry, just trying to find where I'm supposed to be going, but not able to. So we're going to open up the galaxy map and look for LP-64194. LP-64194. I'm guessing that little dash isn't there. So we'll set course there. Ah! Perfect. Right, throttle up and engage. So yes, like I said, although I don't feel like I am part of the Dream Team, I feel like this doesn't really affect me in a way, so I don't really feel the need to make up stories or really make up lies about it. I can just go ahead and tell you the facts as I see them and as I know them. So, first and foremost, again, not wanting to cast aspersions on anybody's character, I've got nothing bad really to say against anybody involved. I think Quickie Baby is a fantastic World of Tanks player and a fantastic World of Tanks streamer. He's very, very good at what he does, and he has a lot of fans, rightfully so, for doing it. Let's face it, if he wasn't good at what he did, he wouldn't be so popular, would he? Actually, we want to cancel that because we're a little bit overheated right now. So we'll just let the heat dissipate a little while I continue the story. So, like I said, Quickie Baby, nothing bad to say about the guy. Although I think he does take the game a little bit too seriously and he could stand to have some fun once in a while. I've never really watched any of his streams or his videos, so I don't know if that is true. That's just what I've seen from the brief bits of his content that I have seen. I think he could stand to have a little bit more fun and take the game a little bit less seriously. Although, to be honest, taking the game seriously is really, really working for him because he's a lot more popular with World of Tanks than I am. Likewise, nothing bad to say about Circumflexes. If I had anything bad to say about Circumflexes, I wouldn't live stream with him every Wednesday evening. Obviously, same about everybody really who is involved. Second preface to this is I don't want to talk about anything that happened before this. So obviously you know that High Flyer and Quickie Baby don't really get on. That's not anything to do with the Dream Team. That's a whole different thing. High Flyer has spoken about it before in the past, and he doesn't know why Quickie Baby doesn't like him. Because they used to get along just fine. So I'm not here to talk about any of that. I'm not here to talk about Sir Fosh, who apparently doesn't like Quickie Baby either, because that's got nothing to do with it. This is literally just talking about what happened, the things leading up to the Dream Team, why Quickie Baby was apparently not involved, and why he doesn't take part to this day in the Dream Team. So, at least from my point of view, it's fairly simple. As I was saying in the last episode when I was talking about YouTube collaboration, there was a Skype chat room set up by John Nethervoid, who hopefully I'm going to be recording some Elite Dangerous with at the weekend. We're just trying to work out the details again in Skype. So, John had this Skype chat room set up for everybody who made World of Tanks and War Thunder content. And we were to use it as a platform to sort out collaborations easily between each other. Like I said, Jingles was invited to it, and Jingles jumped on board. Where am I going now? Baker platform. Is that right? Yes, that is right. Lock destination. Now, I'm fairly certain, although I can't confirm 100%, but I'm fairly certain that Quickie Baby was invited to this Skype chat room, but declined to join. I don't know who it was that invited him. It wasn't me, but somebody invited him to the Skype chat room, and he declined to join the Skype chat room. Now, that's fair enough. My God, am I just super close to this thing? Have I locked onto the sun by accident? No, I'm locked onto the Baker platform, but apparently it orbits the fucking sun. So let's slow ourselves down to 30 kilometers a second. And there it is there. It does pretty much orbit the fucking sun. Right. So, from what I know, he declined to join the Skype chat room. From there, like I said, everybody else who was involved in the very first YouTube Dream Team was added into this chat room. So I was part of it, Nethervoid was part of it, Jingles was part of it, Circumflexes, Ram JB, Fly Daily. Fosh wasn't part of it at the time, neither was Jedi. That's just because Fosh didn't really have a YouTube channel, or at least didn't have a large YouTube channel at the time and wasn't focusing on it. So he wasn't part of the Skype chat at that early stage. Now, just after the Skype chat room was set up, but before the Dream Team was thought of, Circumflexes was going around trying to find people to collaborate with. Jingles had already agreed, and Jingles was joining Circumflexes on his live stream every Monday evening. And Circumflexus was trying to find somebody else to fill gaps in his schedule where he didn't have anybody to collaborate with. Now, with having somebody as large as Jingles collaborating with him, he thought to himself that he would go and see if Quickie Baby wanted to do some collaboration. So he sent out just a general feeler email or message saying, hey, do you want to get together? Do you want to do a collaboration sometime? Do you want to do any kind of collaboration sometime? And we could hopefully get some joint content created. Now, at the time, Circumflexus didn't have a very large Twitch TV channel, but he didn't have a small channel either. Now, it wasn't tiny. Like, he wasn't getting a couple of hundred viewers per day. He was getting sort of 3, 4, possibly 500 viewers per stream. Now, that's not much when you put it on the scale of someone like Quickie Baby, who was obviously getting sort of 2,000, 3,000 viewers per stream. So it was about 15-20% at the very most of views. So anyway, that's beside the point. So he sent a professionally formatted message saying, would you like to get together? Would you like to do some content sometime and do a collaboration? Quickie Baby sent back a message saying, thank you very much for your interest. Now this is, I'm quoting pretty much word for word here, but at least for the first part. He pretty much said, thank you very much for your interest. I'm flattered, but at the moment I have enough content to fill my YouTube channel and my Twitch channel and don't really have any free space to fit anything else at the moment. So basically what he's saying is, I'm sorry, but thanks for your interest, but I'm good for content right now. So I think this is where the beginning of the confusion started. He didn't just say, no, I'm not really interested in collaborating with you. He said, what he did say was, thanks very much for your interest, but I have more than enough content for my channel and don't really have space or time to fit anything else in. So I think that's where the beginning of the confusion started, because when the idea of the Dream Team came around and we were thinking about who to invite for it, when asked if Quickie Baby should be invited, Circumflexus replied with, Quickie Baby doesn't want to make any other content. He says that his channel is full already, and that was pretty much that. So like I said, I think that is pretty much where the confusion came from, because if Quickie Baby had just said, no, sorry, I'm not interested in collaborating with you on a project, he probably still would have been invited to the Dream Team. Possibly. I mean, I can't say for sure. But because he basically says, no, sorry, my channel is basically full at the moment. I don't have space to fit any other content in, and I'm not interested in doing any more content at the moment. That's pretty much why he was kind of overlooked as an invitation to the Dream Team. And then from there, it just went forward. Now, I don't know what anybody else has said about it, but this is how it all went down to me, looking from the outside. But I know that Quickie Baby has said that he wasn't invited for certain reasons, like he wasn't invited... Oh, shit, I could probably do with... Shit, am I going to stop in time? I could probably do with... asking for docking permission. That was really fucking close. I'm too busy talking here. Baker platform. Request docking.
Request denied.
Request denied. I think I'm too close. I don't know if that's a thing, but I seem to find when I'm too close to a station, they tend to deny docking requests. I did say I got a trespass warning there as well, so that was a little bit close. So anyway, so this is how it all went down in my mind from the outside. Like I said, I've got no vested interest whatsoever in this story playing out either way. But I know that other people have spoken about it in the past, and I know that Quickie Baby, I think, has said that he wasn't invited because maybe he doesn't get on with High Flyer, or... I mean, if he said such things as, like, he doesn't get on with Fosh, then that's not true. Well, it is true that he doesn't get on with Fosh, but Fosh wasn't really a YouTuber back then, so... wasn't really a consideration. I think he was invited just because he was friends with Circumflexus at the time. Alright, we're going to have to try a blind landing here. Hopefully there's nobody below us. Sorry, I know I should be talking at the same time, but concentrating a little bit. Yeah, not too bad. A little bit off, but what are you going to do?
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Right, so we'll sell off our cargo, we'll buy some new cargo, and then I will give you my thoughts on the whole situation. We'll buy some extra fuel. We'll head to the commodities market. And we will sell our resonating separators for a grand total profit there of 43,000. Not too bad. And then we are taking gallium, which is a mineral. We are taking gallium back to Acellus Primus. Gallium's quite an expensive commodity as well. And then we will launch. Don't spend too long in the station. Get ourselves out back into space. We should be turning a nice 120, 130,000 profit here. This might push us into our first million, but I'm not too sure. We'll go. Come on. Right, turn off. We are now going to retrace our steps and go to LP 64194. Hopefully, oops, it's still a destination here. LP 98132. Oh no, insufficient fuel. I was going to say apparently we could just make that jump straight away, but no. Rocket engage. Nope, that's not going to work. Right. So my opinion on it, it's all just a little bit of silliness that got out of hand. If Quickie Baby had sort of approached somebody, like, I know he gets on pretty well with Jingles, so maybe even if he just approached Jingles after the first Dream Team and went, hey man, how come I didn't get an invite? Do you mind if I join next time? That would have been that. He would have been part of the Dream Team from there on in. Now, I don't want to lump all the blame on his head for not just saying, hey guys, come on, why didn't I get an invite? Because let's see it from his point of view. Just try and put yourself in somebody's shoes that has happened to. If you are one of the larger YouTube and probably the largest Twitch World of Tanks streamer and you get left out of something called the YouTube Dream Team, which incidentally is my fault. I named it that, so it's my fault that it got called that. As ridiculous and egotistical as it is, yes. So you got to see it from his point of view. If he hasn't had an invite to an event like that, it's quite difficult. Like if a few of your friends throw a party and you don't get invited to it, and they're going to be throwing a party the very next week as well, you'd probably feel a little bit awkward approaching them and going, hey man, why didn't I get an invite to this party, and can I come next time? And you feel, it feels a little bit awkward. It feels like that you should have been invited anyway, and that you sort of taking it on your own back to go and ask for an invitation is a little bit like sort of coming cap in hand, please sir, can I have some more? And that's not a very nice feeling. It's not very nice having to be in that position. So I can understand why he didn't come forward and say, look, why didn't I get an invite? I kind of should have. Do you mind if I turn up next time? Which is really what he should have done, because I can't see anybody who would have said, no, fuck off, you're not getting an invite. I think everybody would have welcomed, number one, his input, number two, his expertise, and number three, his viewer base. It would have benefited pretty much everybody to have him involved in the project. But I mean, now it's gone on for over a year. It's way too long to go ahead and do that now, unfortunately. There's another player lurking around here. But I need to drop some heat before I head on a little bit more. So yeah, it's gotten a little bit schoolyard out of hand, which is, like I said, an absolute crying shame, because the Dream Team would have only benefited from having someone like him involved. So as a very, very quick recap, basically, Circumflexes asked him if he wanted to collaborate on a project, any project coming in the future. Quickie Baby didn't just say no. The confusion arose because he said, no, and I've got plenty of content for my channel, can't foresee fitting another series or video type in to the channel, so I'd like to decline any requests that you would have. A few days after that, the Dream Team was dreamt of. Nobody invited Quickie Baby because I think somebody asked. In fact, I could probably still pull up the Skype logs now, even though it's been sort of a year and a half ago. I'm pretty sure Skype keeps Skype logs forever, basically, but I could probably pull those up. But I'm pretty sure someone said, someone going to invite Quickie Baby, to which Circumflexes replied, no, he's not interested in doing any kind of collaboration content right now. So to which everybody went, oh, okay then.
Drive charging.
So, and then from there it just got a little bit out of hand, and a lot of stories have sprung up, but really it is just a very, very simple misunderstanding. Like I said, it could have all been sorted if Quickie Baby had come and said, look, I'd love to take part in the next Dream Team, do you mind if I tag along? Obviously we would have said yes, but again, I can see from his point of view, you don't really want to be the guy who doesn't get invited to the party and then has to come and ask to be brought along, which is an absolute shame. To be honest, somebody in the Dream Team should have approached him after the first one and said, after he said to his viewers that he wasn't invited, somebody should have approached him and said, hey, look, man, I think it was a big misunderstanding that you weren't invited. We got the idea that that you weren't interested in collaborations, but if you want to turn up, feel free to just tag along to the next one. It'd be awesome to have you. Somebody really should have done that, but nobody really did. I think it was because, although Circumflexes had the initial idea for the Dream Team and it's kind of his baby, it's really as if nobody really owns the Tank Company night. Nobody really owns the Dream Team stream. It kind of belongs to everybody, so nobody really felt the ability to take it on upon themselves to go ahead and do something like that, which is an absolute shame, because like I said, everybody would have benefited from having the input of a large YouTuber and a large streamer like that. So that is an absolute shame. So that's my 2 cents on the whole situation. Like I said, I'm not going to elaborate on the whole High Flyer and Quickie Baby not liking each other thing, and I'm definitely not going to elaborate on the whole Fosh not liking Quickie Baby thing, because that's personal between them and absolutely nothing to do with me. I did want to comment on this, though, because this was something that I was involved in, albeit from the outside, and, oh, I'm going way too fast, and something that I do have an opinion and something to say on the matter. Am I going to overshoot this? I feel like I'm going to overshoot it. So, that is hopefully that cleared up in your minds. I know I wasn't particularly clear, but that's pretty much how it all went down. So now I want to go on to some questions, if I can actually remember the questions. I'm pretty sure, bear with me, I had something with questions on around here, but can't really see. Huh, no, I appear to have lost my questions. So, I know somebody was asking if I can elaborate on the tabletop wargaming that I took part in when I was younger. I was thinking about making this a full topic, but I don't think I can talk on it for long enough because it's not really an extensive list. Because I was young, I wasn't really involved in the whole wartime recreation thing, so I didn't take part in any sort of the Battle of Waterloo recreations and any of that stuff. It was mostly, well, not mostly, it was pretty much entirely just Games Workshop products. So it was Warhammer 40,000, what were some of the other ones? And some of the other smaller games like Gorka Morka, Necromunda, Inquisitor, those kind of games. So it was already the Games Workshop type of stuff that I was involved in. It wasn't any of the other sort of more historically accurate kind of things. Getting a few glitches on this line here. I don't know if it's because of the glass on my ship might need cleaning or something. I know somebody else was asking why I'd changed my World of Tanks name from Thunderfunk to Maxwell. And I think it was just because I was trying to have a little bit more cohesive branding between my YouTube channel, my... oh God, I'm in proximity of the planet, which has slowed me right down. I just want to have a little bit more cohesion between my YouTube channel, my Twitter, Facebook, and World of Tanks. Thunderfunk's a name that I've been using for sort of the past 10 years on online games. I just felt like it was time for a change. So I wanted to... Because, I mean, if somebody sees me playing World of Tanks and goes, hey, that guy's quite interesting, I might go look him up on YouTube, and they type in Thunderfunk, they're not going to get any results for that. Same thing if they see a video on World of Tanks on my channel and they go to the, say, the World of Tanks website or try and look for me in game, they'll type in Maxwell and they won't find anything. So it's like it was about having more cohesion between the branding of the YouTube channel and the Twitter, just so that it would make things... Basically, you want to make it as easy as possible for people to find you. You don't want anybody to do any searching which would last more than 10 seconds. If somebody hasn't found you within 10 to 30 seconds, they're going to stop looking. Now, I mean, it's a sad fact of how the world is today, but attention spans are pretty much like that. If somebody's doing a search for you and they don't find you within sort of the first 10 to 30 seconds, they're going to stop looking. They're going to stop caring after that point. And that's it. Just trying to look to see if I can find any more questions. What's the background music? I think the background music on the last video was by an artist called CMA. There was about 6 or 7 different songs, so you'd have to go check out their channel. It's linked in the description. But from there, you'll be able to find their channel and have a listen to all the different music they do. I do try and include different music every now and then. I think on this video, I'm going to be going back to the FTL soundtrack because I like the FTL soundtrack. This seems to be taking an awful long time. There we go. Right, we've got Beagle, and we've come right out at the front door, which is nice. Now, I know people keep saying I need to set up flight assist toggle, and I know I need to set up flight assist toggle, but I'm not really... It's not really that important now until we start getting chased by PC pirates. And by that, I don't mean personal computer, I mean player characters. Someone was asking, do you think it's too easy to avoid combat in this game? And absolutely, yes, it is way too easy to avoid combat in this game. Only a couple of times that I've ever felt threatened is when I've been interdicted and the enemy ships have, by luck of the draw, spawned right on top of me and I actually had to fight for my life to get away there. Because they can hold you in mass lock if they're fast enough. But at the moment, with only NPCs being able to do interdictions, yes, it's way too easy to avoid combat right now. Having said that, though, coming soon in future updates, players will be able to perform interdictions, and as soon as players can perform interdictions, you can guarantee it's no longer going to be easy to avoid combat. As soon as players can hang around near the sun and interdict somebody, we are all absolutely screwed. Because as soon as somebody's out there and say the Cobra Mark III or their Eagle or their Viper, they are just going to wreck some fools in Lakon Type 6s and Lakon Type 9s. What I think is going to happen is the guys who are in Lakon Type 9s and 6s are either going to have to start running with escorts, or they're going to have to switch up to Anacondas. I'm thinking about doing that. Instead of driving a Lakon Type 9, maybe taking out an Anaconda and equipping it with a cargo bay rather than going with a Lakon Type 9. Just because by the time I get to a Lakon Type 9, they'll probably have player characters able to do interdictions. Oh shit, I seem a bit too high. And by that time, I'll be probably getting picked off every time I do. Fucking hell, this is lit up. 22, where are we going? There we are. Let's see if we can do a nice... Oh shit, there's a ship right there. What's he doing? Is he floating? Docking computer? Fuck knows. Leave him to it, I don't want any part of that. I'm just wincing, bracing myself for the inevitable crunching of metal sound for me landing right on top of that guy's head. Oh, overshot that a little. I thought I pressed X, but apparently I hadn't. That would have been a nice landing as well if I had stuck it. So there we go. That was my thoughts on the whole Dream Team situation. If you've got any questions, again, sit them in the comments section below. Do my best to answer them in the Q&A section of next week. In the follow-up section, if it's a good enough topic, I might choose it as a topic to talk about. People who wanted me to talk about the whole Minecraft thing being bought out by Microsoft, I'm saving that for a full topic for an Elite Dangerous video. In fact, I would like to talk about that with Nethervoid when we do our joint venture at the weekend. So don't worry, I will be talking about it. Wow, 800 per one. This is going to be nice profit. So I'm hoping to try and keep it for talking with Nethervoid. But I will be talking about the whole Microsoft buying Mojang thing, so don't worry about that. Look at that, 976,000, almost 1 million credits. We are getting there, gentlemen. We are getting there. So thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave me a like and a favourite. Definitely leave me a like for explaining the whole Dream Team Quickie Baby situation. I would definitely appreciate it. Although if you didn't like the video, then hit the dislike button. It really helps me identify what content you guys like and what content you don't like. So, this has been Elite Dangerous Space Truckers. I've been Maxwell, and I'll catch you guys next time.